Fellow citizens, good evening. Each year, cooperative societies around the world celebrate International Cooperative Day on the first Saturday in July. This year, International Cooperative Day will be celebrated on July 7th around the world, St. Kitts and Nevis included. Here in St. Kitts, the Department of Cooperatives, in partnership with the local cooperative movement and allied agencies, have put together a week of activities to promote and highlight the work and success of cooperatives. The week of activities will be celebrated under the theme Sustainable Consumption and Production of Goods and Services, as guided by the United Nations and the International Cooperative Alliance. This theme is very instructive as it creates awareness and supports environmental protection. As human beings, we are responsible for protecting Mother Earth. It is where we live, where we work, and where we play, and we must ensure that it remains habitable for all living things. As human beings and social creatures, we must accept the protection of the environment as our sacred social responsibility. We must pass on a better earth to succeeding generations of all living things if we are to live comfortably ourselves. Our theme promotes that. What should our actions be if we are to ensure sustainable consumption and production of goods and services? An excellent example is available locally. This is carried out by the Gideon Force Agricultural Cooperative in Old Road. Its members are engaged in organic farming. They use no chemicals to denigrate the environment. It is a joy to see local farmers doing things the natural way. Having referred to the example of the Gideon Force, I am encouraged to invite those entrepreneurs engaged in agro-processing to embrace the natural concept and to ensure that the various fruits that are used for value-added products were planted by others locally, especially those who engage in organic production. Planting fruit trees so you can have for future harvest and also to preserve the environment is encouraged. Among other things, it will expand the habitat for birds and create forage for bees. Our Fishermen's Cooperative are encouraged also to use their numbers to adapt and implement strategies to guarantee sustainable harvesting of fish. And they must resist the urge to harvest juvenile fish, which has already led to the implementation of the marine management area, so that our fish will mature to be able to reproduce so that the species are available for future generations. Where the reefs are overfished, you are encouraged to use your membership to adapt different fishing strategies to allow the reefs to replenish. Such alternatives include fishing aggregate devices so that you can target ocean pelagic. Through this medium, I encourage all local cooperatives to come together and organize an annual retreat to discuss and implement collective actions for sustainable development of the local cooperative movement. Prove to yourselves that you're autonomous and independent, despite the fact that the government stands ready to provide support to your innovative agendas. I am encouraging all cooperative societies to actively participate in Cooperative Week 2018 so that the public can see this sector as an anchor for economic development. On Sunday, 1st July, from 9:30 a.m., staff of the Department of Cooperatives and members of the cooperatives will worship at the People's Evangelic Center at Needmouth Estate. On Monday, 2nd July, there will be talks in primary schools by noteworthy authorities of the cooperatives. On Tuesday, 3rd July, there will be an awards dinner ceremony which will be held at Manhattan Gardens to honor individuals and cooperatives for their contributions to the overall economic development. On Thursday, 5th July, representatives of cooperatives will appear on local radio stations to promote the local cooperative movement. On Friday, 6th July, it is our flagship activity, which is a fair at Independence Square. I encourage the public to attend on Friday. Come, buy, and learn more about cooperatives. Finally, on Saturday, 7th July, which is acknowledged as International Cooperative Day, the global message will be delivered by the Minister of Cooperatives. And on the same day in Sandy Point, there will be the anniversary celebration of the reopening of the public market, which is one of the signal projects of the agricultural cooperatives of Sandy Point. At this point, I salute the contribution of a major pioneer in the local cooperative movement, Mr. Ingle Blackett of Nevis, who is now deceased. He was the first registrar of cooperatives who almost single-handedly developed the strategic framework for what we now embrace as a thriving society of cooperatives. This year is the second year that Cooperative Week is being celebrated, and we expect this year to be more engaging than the first year. And I have high expectations for the celebrations, and I look forward to the week with much anticipation. It is therefore my pleasure to declare Cooperative Week 2018 officially open.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.